Hey guys, today I wanted to take a moment to talk about OCD and depression and how they kind of, the relationship they have. If you can just make sure you like and subscribe it down at the bottom, leave any comments that you might have. And in my journey at the very beginning, I would say I really struggled with depression, lack of energy, really just felt bad. I thought about killing myself all the time. I really just wanted to lay down constantly. I didn't really want to do much. I just felt sad all the time, and it was almost like a scary thing. I was just like, it would almost make me cry sometimes. I would cry, but where I'd be like, oh, you're gonna get into a depression cycle. You won't be able to function. You're just gonna lay down all the time, and you're gonna not be able to, do anything, and you're just gonna stay in this room, and you're gonna always feel like crap. And I had depression really bad, probably for a year and a half, and it's pretty dark times for me. And I was really grateful that I was able to overcome it. I haven't struggled with depression in a really long time. It was probably one of the first things in my OCD journey that I got out of. I got out of it pretty quick, probably within, I would say within 6 months, most of it. But within a year, it was more like, it didn't matter if I felt tired or felt like crap. I just was, it wasn't a reoccurring thought pattern where it was like, oh, you're going to be depressed and you're just going to lay down and cry, It wasn't really a thing. Now, so the reason why depression occurs when you have OCD is because you're constantly anxious for long periods of time. And what happens is your nervous system is constantly spiking adrenaline, and what happens is it ends up causing you to be tired because your fight or flight mechanism is constantly kicking in, right? And it's doing it to try to help you because it's trying to remind you, hey, don't be afraid of this, and what ends up happening is you become tired. So over time, and it just happens more and more and more and more, you just become to a point where you're very lethargic and very exhausted. Now, how do you overcome that? So first thing is getting over the beliefs of what depression is, and looking at those core beliefs. And I remember early on my OCD journey, I would look at those things and I would say to myself, like, oh, okay, well, if I lay down, like, is it really the end of the world if I just sit in this room and lay here all the time? No. Is it really going to be productive? No. And it sounds funny, but it was kind of, I simplified it really well for myself where, when I would do those things, I wouldn't make myself feel bad or anxious. It was more of a thing where I was like, well, this is happening. I'm going to lay here. I don't feel the greatest, and this is the most comfortable position for me at the moment. And what I really did to combat depression was I started making myself exercise on a regular basis. Now I honestly don't really exercise a ton, probably maybe a couple times a week. It's not something I really need to do. At first though, it was very helpful for me. It was a very positive distraction, and it kind of helped change my habits. So how you overcome depression is your mind is going to tell you to lay down and that you're sad and that these things are going to happen, and you have to kind of just decide that doesn't matter what that voice in your head is telling you, you're going to get up every day and you're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to bring it for the ride. And then over time, what happens is the sting disappears. Your mind loses the ability to remind you of those things because they make you uncomfortable, because you don't care if they make you uncomfortable. And even if they do make you uncomfortable, you're still going to do whatever you want, And part of that is looking at the belief of what the depression is doing to yourself that is making you uncomfortable. So identify that belief. What is so bad about being depressed, right? Why is laying down so bad? Why is thinking about these certain thoughts about being depressed, about things that are going on in your life or being anxious that is so bad, and working on those core beliefs and looking at them. And then the next thing is honestly is really just creating some kind of stability when it comes to your habits. If I was you, I would wake up at the same time every day. When your alarm goes off, get up. I would set a regular exercise pattern, not compulsively, 3 to 5 times a week, 30 to 45 minutes. Obviously, maintain a decent diet. I'm not telling you to go and eat just straight, cabbage and spinach and all vegetables. I'm telling you to, maybe if you drink, only do it once or twice a week. Don't be doing it all the time. And go out with friends, spend time with people that you love and people that you care about, and do the things that you enjoy when you're depressed, right? And you'll see over time what will happen is, by changing some of those habits, your mind will lose the ability to be able to remind you of those things and make you be the person that lays down. And then also, what will happen is your beliefs will change. Like, I can do this, and I can be uncomfortable, and I can function. And even if you are depressed and you feel bad, you can still function. You can still live. For me, this was a thing that at first it was kind of like the end of the world, where all I could think about all the time, 24/7, was killing myself. And now it's to the point where depression is just not a thing for me. It's not a thing. And for some, it may take longer. But for me, 6 months, within a year, it was like not a thing. So once again, maintain good habits. Go out, do things that you love, spend time with friends, and then look at those irrational beliefs. And then understanding that you're tired because of that constant anxiety that's been happening, and that's why you are that way. And guess what? It can over time change, and you just got to be willing to put in the work and the time. So anyways, hope this helps. You guys have a great day.